you just interrupt me.
I'm in charge. I get to do shit you don't get to do.
Have your appearances, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mohammed on behalf of the people, P86771.
Would you state your name for the record, sir?
My name is Frank Michaud. I am the beneficiary of the Frank Anthony Michaud estate that you are administrating over, and I appoint you as the trustee for the record. Let the record show. I am here as making a special appearance, not general. I am here on the threat, duress, and coercion.
Thank you, Mr. Michaud. Today is the day and time scheduled for the preliminary examination. In this matter, there is count 1, weapons, firearms, possession by felon. Count 2, carrying concealed weapon. Count 3, felony firearm. Are the people prepared to proceed?
We are, Your Honor. We do have a couple of preliminary matters.
Before we do that, Mr. Michaud, are you prepared to proceed?
No, ma'am. I'm actually here to get a better understanding of things first before any proceedings.
What is it that you need to get a better understanding of, sir?
For one, is the jurisdiction that the court is operating upon.
Judge, I'm going to object. The court has made a decision on this motion previously. Both you and Judge Oakley have ruled on this, so I'm going to object.
Mr. Mohammed, hold on one second. Mr. Mohammed, what we will do is let Mr. Michaud make his record.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Constitution, the Sixth Amendment grants me the right to know the nature and the cause of the action. I know the jurisdiction that you're operating upon for the record.
The next thing, sir. The next thing. You said you had some preliminary matters, which suggests more than one thing.
Oh, yes, the jurisdiction of the court.
Welcome back to another explosive courtroom breakdown, where we head back into Judge Green's courtroom for part 4 of the Frank Michaud saga. If you thought the previous hearings were wild, you haven't seen anything yet. In today's video, we're diving into Frank's latest round of challenges, from questioning jurisdiction to demanding his right to face accusers. Trust me, this one's a bumpy ride. Will he finally get the answers he's demanding or continue spiraling deeper into his sovereign citizen rhetoric? Stick around, because things get intense as we break down his next move. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more shocking courtroom drama.
Civil criminal. And I also want to, with the basis of that answer, I would like to address some other things as well.
What other things, sir?
It's pertaining to off your answer. So,
Mr. Michaud, I think we had this conversation last week. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is a criminal case. It is alleged that on February 23rd, 2021, at the Detroit Metro Airport, which is located in the city of Romulus, you committed the following: that you did possess and or transport and or purchase a firearm when ineligible to do so because you've been convicted of violation of Controlled Substance Act 333.740124 4012A4, a specified felony, and the requirements for regaining eligibility had not been met. Contrary to MCL 750.224F, count 2, carrying concealed weapon, that you did carry a dangerous weapon, to wit, a pistol, whether concealed or otherwise, in a vehicle operated or occupied by said defendant, to wit, a Range Rover. Contrary to MCL 750.224. Count 3, felony firearm, that you did carry or have in your possession a firearm, to wit, a pistol, at the time you committed or attempt to commit a felony, to wit, felon in possession of a firearm. Contrary to MCL 750.227B, there is also an habitual offender third offense notice on the file where it's alleged that you were convicted of the offense of violation of Controlled Substance Act on October 24, 2013, and convicted of the offense of attempt carrying of a concealed weapon on April 30th, 2002. That being the case, the court, having responded to the charges, indicated to you that this is a criminal matter. The court's question back to you, sir, is: are you prepared to proceed with the exam in this matter?
No. You still haven't stated the jurisdiction of it.
Here we go, folks. Frank Michaud is back, and his argument is as out there as ever. Did you catch that? He's now questioning the jurisdiction of the court, again. The judge isn't having any of it, reminding him that the court already decided this issue. It's a classic sovereign citizen move, demanding answers to questions already ruled upon. But here's the thing, his stubbornness might cost him more than just a case. It's like he's trying to play chess while everyone else is playing checkers. And let's be real, this isn't even the first time he's raised the same point. Do you think he's truly trying to find clarity, or is he just stalling?
To proceed with the exam.
No, because Oakley stated that the jurisdiction of the court was Michigan statutes, and that's not what you're saying today.
Chief Judge Brian Oakley, you had a conversation with him about a month ago. We're having a conversation, well, we're having a hearing today. And sir, we're doing one of three things today. We are proceeding with the exam, you're waiving the exam, or we're adjourning this matter. Your response to my question right now is one of those three things. What are we doing this afternoon?
And you also stated that you addressed me having questions, and I had another question pertaining off your answer, and I wanted to read that.
Mr. Michaud, no, we're not doing this afternoon. Exam, waiver.
Well, at this moment, okay, since I'm under threat, arrest, and coercion, I would like to appoint Mr. Sullivan as.
Frank's persistence is off the charts here, but it's also a bit of a train wreck. At this point, you have to wonder, how many times can one person ask the same question before the judge just stops answering? He's not backing down, though, still demanding to know whether this case is civil or criminal. But Frank, here's the kicker, this is criminal. Not civil, not commercial. The judge is getting visibly frustrated, and I don't blame her. It's clear that Frank is either playing a dangerous game, or he's genuinely out of his depth. Either way, it's not looking great for him. What do you think? Is he playing a deep game, or just digging his own grave?
You've appeared this afternoon. This case has been called, and if you're prepared to proceed with Mr. Sullivan sitting to your left, this court will proceed. Is that what you're indicating?
Well, you say I'm not under threat, right? And if I continue to ask a question, I will be held in contempt, which is a threat, right?
I never said contempt, sir.
Well,
What we are is scheduled for a hearing, and what this court does is hearings. And I entertained some of your questions, but it is now 2:15. And the courts, I know, sir, but I'm presuming that there will be some testimony.
Okay, but you're asking me, am I ready to proceed? And you, while you're asking me, you also telling me that we're about to proceed. So you're not actually giving me the right to answer the question. You also making it seem like you're threatening me. So,
Mr. Michaud, I'm interrupting you to tell you that I'm not threatening you.
Okay,
but I've answered all that needs to be answered from this court to proceed with either the exam, a waiver.
Okay, all right. But you haven't answered the questions that I have asked. I said I had another question, and you're still not allowing me to ask the question. So do I have the right to ask?
What's your question, Mr. Michaud?
Okay, I just want to ask you, far as, hold on one second. I want to read this for you.
No, sir. You had a question. What is your question?
Can you help me understand this? Okay, according to 27 CFR 7211, it say all crimes are commercial and must have nature and cause and be prosecuted in the name of the people of the states as a real party and interest, not the people of the state, the corporation, the fiction. This is 20 FCFR, right? So I'll need you to elaborate on this code for me, please, and thank you.
Mr. Michaud, this court will decline to elaborate or respond to that because this afternoon we are here to determine if the prosecution is able to show that a crime has been committed and that probable cause exists to believe that you are in commission of that crime. That is what we're doing this afternoon.
I understand, but it says that possession of a deadly weapon is a commercial crime. So I need to have a better understanding if this is a commercial crime. You said this is a crime and there is no injured party where I hurt anyone. You haven't gave me the right to face my accuser. And it tells me under this code, 27 CFR 72.11, all crimes are commercial. A deadly weapon is considered a commercial crime. So I understand that commercial is civil, but you're telling me this is criminal. So how is it criminal? And it says if there must be an injured party for a corpus delicti, for the record, an injured party, and you haven't presented an injured party for the record. So, I mean, can you elaborate on what jurisdiction you operate on?
Folks, did Frank just try to appoint his lawyer as his trustee? Now that's a move. I mean, he can barely keep track of basic legal definitions, but suddenly he's a legal mastermind, appointing his own trustee like it's no big deal. The judge, however, isn't buying it and swiftly shuts that idea down. It's a hilarious moment, watching him try to manipulate the system when he's clearly struggling with the basics. This guy's refusal to accept reality is mind-blowing. Do you think he's got a shot at winning this? Or is this just another example of a sovereign citizen spiral?
You indicated that the court will be presenting something. The court is not presenting anything. The court will take testimony this afternoon and review evidence, documents, videos, whatever it is that either Mr. Mohammed or Mr. Sullivan on your behalf presents to this court. You want the right to face your accusers. I don't know who Mr. Mohammed is calling to give testimony this afternoon. I don't know who, if anyone, Mr. Sullivan is calling to give testimony this afternoon. That being the case,
things are starting to heat up. Frank's argument now shifts to questioning the very nature of the charges against him. He's grasping at straws, quoting regulations, and demanding answers like he's cracked some grand conspiracy. But the truth is, his defense is slipping further into absurdity. The judge stays calm, though, despite his outbursts. She's not fazed by his antics, and neither should we be. At this point, Frank is losing the plot, and the clock is ticking. His strategy is slowly crumbling, and yet, he still insists on fighting the system. How long can he keep up this act?
sir, are you prepared to proceed with the exam?
Okay, so the Chief Oakley said that he stated for the record that my accuser was the state of Michigan. And here in this code, it says, the prosecuted in the name of the people of the states, not as the people of the state of Michigan. So what he said is contradiction to this code, and it's 27 Code of Federal Regulations 27/7211. All crimes are commercial. So I still I don't understand.
Frank just got schooled. The judge shuts down his reference to 27 CFR 7211 with a MIC drop moment. This is where things get wild. Frank is still trying to convince everyone that this is a commercial crime. Newsflash, it's not. This entire legal battle is being held on criminal grounds, but Frank refuses to back down. And let's be honest here, his argument has no basis. The judge's calmness in the face of such absurdity is impressive. Frank's entire defense is built on wild assumptions and outdated codes, but the law? The law doesn't care. Will he ever come to terms with it?
You were in front of Judge Oakley for a probable cause conference, which is basically a scheduling. Are we having an exam? Is there a plea or is there a waiver? For some reason, that didn't happen with Judge Oakley. You then had a PCC with Judge Green. Then you were with me for PCC last week. I asked you questions, you wouldn't respond, but I tried to answer your questions. And the people twice demanded an exam. And when you would not answer my questions, I scheduled the exam. Mr. Michaud, your only response right now is yes or no. Are you prepared to proceed with the exam this afternoon?
Well, under threat and threaten the rest of her.
Now the tension reaches a boiling point. After Frank's long-winded questions and refusal to accept answers, the judge finally has enough. She cuts through the noise, reminding him of the most crucial point: this is a criminal case. And no amount of sovereign citizen rhetoric is going to change that. The judge is firm, leaving Frank with little ground to stand on. The courtroom is thick with anticipation. His fate is almost sealed. Is this it? Will Frank's legal battle finally come to a head, or does he have one last trick up his sleeve?
Record and Mr. Mohammed proffered to the court People versus Perkins. And Mr. Sullivan, the court has had the opportunity to review the opinion, and it does indicate that the defendant bears the burden of producing evidence to establish that his or her right to possess a firearm has been restored. That being the case, the court is accepting the certified record that was tendered by Mr. Mohammed. The court also has had the opportunity to hear the testimony of Officer Stempian. And for purposes of this preliminary examination, we'll find that the people have met their burden. And we'll bind Mr. Michaud over as charged. Mr. Michaud, your next appearance date will be on March the 13th, 2024 at 9 a.m. That will be at the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice. Your previously entered bond with any conditions will continue.
After all the back and forth, Judge Green finally makes her ruling, and it's not looking good for Frank. This case has now been bound over to circuit court, and it's only going to get more intense from here. Frank's sovereign citizen tactics didn't win him any favors in the eyes of the court. What do you think? Will he turn things around in circuit court, Or is this the beginning of a long road to prison? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're enjoying the breakdowns, don't forget to hit the like button, share, and subscribe for more intense courtroom drama. You won't want to miss what's coming next.